Heading to work. Figured I'd tell you guys a story real quick. So I worked at Hertz. I'm working at Hertz. I got a lot of stories you guys haven't even heard yet. I mean, a lot of stories that you guys have not even heard yet. From theft to adult toy products in people's vehicles when they drop them back off, to bags of money, drugs, needles, pills. One of the more simpler ones. Gentleman comes in and rents a Chrysler 300. For some reason, let's just put it like this: the hood community, they love the Chrysler products. We live in a nice little area, but there's hood all around us, and there's one section right in the middle of it that's pretty nice. And it's the same way here as well. The police departments even went out and bought mainly Chrysler products to blend in with everybody else, because they're one of the most stolen vehicles. Easiest, right? This guy, he uses a fake credit card. Nobody knew at the time it was just a fake, used some kind of fake name or some kind of, registered some kind of account and got like $1,000 credit card, and went and rented this Chrysler 300. And he's got this thing, the rental's only supposed to be for like 4 or 5 days. We never get it back. 2 weeks later, we never get it back. 3 weeks later, we never get it back. 4 weeks later, finally shows up. Tow truck is dropping it off at the facility where we work. It's got these nice rims on it. Nice, expensive, huge rims that just barely fit on this car. And it's got brand new tires all the way around it. The stereo system had been removed from the vehicle and an aftermarket stereo system put in, and the windows had all been tinted real dark jet black. So we start taking everything off. We get a set of OEM tires to put on the vehicle. So we order a set of OEM tires to put on the vehicle, take all the aftermarket stereo and everything out, order the stock stereo to put back in it. I figured eventually this guy would have to be taking a court or something like that, whoever rented the car, if they ever figure out who. We figured that they would find whoever it was that rented the vehicle and take the guy to court, get their money back out of the guy, right? About a week later, somebody shows up at Hertz. Some guy yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs, "I want my motherfucking rims back. I want my motherfucking stereo system back." And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on? So I go across the shop, I walk up front. There's this, I don't know, 5'8", 160 pound, 170 pound black dude standing there, gold teeth in his mouth, got gold chains on, gold rings all over his hands, and mid-40s, some kind of OG, screaming, stomping up and down in front of the shop, screaming, he wants his motherfucking rims back, he wants it. And they're like, "Sir, you owe us a month of rental. The card that you used to even rent the car was shut off after you rented the car. We didn't even receive payment for what you did rent. So what do you mean you want your rims and your tires back and your radio back?" "Well, that's I had that shit put in that car." "Well, why would you have that stuff put on a rental car? It wasn't your car." "Man, that ain't none of y'all goddamn business. That's my business. I want my radio back, and I want my rims and stuff back. I don't give a fuck about your car and everything else." Man, this dude was going off. He was causing such a scene in front of the dealership, or in front of the Hertz facility management, in front of all the techs and stuff like that. You know what they did? They gave the man back his rims. They gave him back his radio, just so he would get the hell out of the building and leave. And they ate all the money to put the rims and the radio back in the car. And they dropped the whole thing and never went after the guy for what he did. Can y'all believe that shit? Just let it go. Poof. Like it never even happened. This is how people do this type of shit and get away with it. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he played the system, and it worked out in his favor. That's how motherfuckers continue to do crooked, nasty stuff in society, and we let them walk away with it with no punishment, no nothing, which it probably wouldn't have mattered to him anyway. He's probably been in jail most of his life anyhow, and not even get charged, no nothing. No repercussions for it or anything. Just walk away like nothing ever even happened. Just because he stood there and threw a fit and caused the scene, and they didn't want it to get any worse. Ain't that some bullshit? That's just one of my little stories.